We've all heard that fibre is essential and that we should be eating more of it. But how do we do that? And how do we make sure it still tastes delicious? Well, with the help of my friend and recipe creator, Kathryn Bruton, today we are making the modern Mediterranean veg Traybake, which packs flavour, fibre, and nutrient density in a way that I'm just so excited to share with you. So if you want to increase your fibre, follow along and see how we do it in the kitchen. I've heard that people love Traybakes.
Yes.
And you've come up with a recipe that brings together lots of fibre-rich ingredients and follows Mediterranean dietary principles and tastes great.
Yes.
Tell us.
And chosen the ingredients that really lend themselves to being roasted. It really brings out the flavour of them. They're delicious as they are, but even better when they're roasted. Got cauliflower, beautiful peppers, some red onions, and we're going to use some lovely spices to get some flavour in there.
Nice.
So let's get started, because there's a few little things going on. Yes, we're going to roast the butterbeans. Yes. You know, they're like little flavour sponges. They take on all the flavours of the ingredients that they're cooked with. So these are going to be great.
And so tell me what you've called this.
It is a modern Mediterranean veg Traybake.
Delish. Okay.
This is a dressing for the veg.
For the veg,
so we've got two dressings. We've got a miso tahini dressing for when we serve, but we've just going to get some extra layers of flavour in there to start off with. So while I'm chopping these, you've got your mini whisk, and we have 2 teaspoons of cumin, half a teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of turmeric.
With some delicious extra virgin olive oil.
About 4 tablespoons, but you might need less or more depending on the size of your veg. So obviously we've got some quite big peppers.
Beautiful.
They might be smaller for some people. They might be around the same size. This cauliflower, I just want to highlight these leaves.
So good.
They are not for throwing away.
Absolutely not.
And they roast beautifully. They'll come all nice and crisp and delicious. So we're going to put them in there.
So good for you as well, because you've got different polyphenols in the green leaves compared to what you have in the cauliflower.
I mean, to think that anyone throws them away is just...
And these are quite funky looking red onions.
Yes,
we were very lucky to get these from Natura, but any red onion will do. So your local supermarket red onion is fine. If
there are any leaves on the outside that are just looking a little bit sad, we can discard those, but these are all looking beautiful.
And we're using ground cumin. You can use seeds, but you say they might burn, so best to use
If you use seeds, it's better to add them towards the end of roasting, because they'll burn as they roast in the oven.
I love cumin.
And with cauliflower, it can take a little while to roast, so just for the sake of time, we're going to cut them into nice little small florets. So we're just going to bring this tray in front of us so I can decant it all in there. I've got 2 because you may need 2 when it comes to roasting them. They need to be laid out in kind of a flat layer if you can. Beautiful. That's gorgeous.
Isn't it?
And that's just going to create this really delicious depth of flavour. One of the reasons I love cooking with vegetables is you have such a variety of flavour, of texture. They really take on flavour so well. You just have this, it's kind of like a rainbow of flavour going on. And
I'm often asked about whether fibre gets destroyed when you cook it, but it absolutely doesn't. So fibre resists cooking. It resists our stomach acid, it resists our entire digestive tract. So some delicious roasting won't change the benefits of the fibre that are contained in these veg.
Amazing.
It will change some of the vitamin composition, so there's some vitamins that are heat sensitive, but what you get from changing the polyphenols with cooking. So actually, some of my favourite science is science around how extra virgin olive oil changes the chemical composition of veg when you cook it together. Wow. So you lose some things like vitamin C, but you gain others. Some of the polyphenols in red pepper, for example, are actually better absorbed when they're cooked.
Really?
Yeah. So you get a variety of benefits.
I'm going to slice these. They're about 1 centimetre wide. Yeah. And then also, we don't need to be precious. Doesn't really matter, no. Which is great. It doesn't matter.
If I don't have knife skills like you.
No, it really, really, really doesn't matter. You can use yellow peppers, you can use green peppers.
And the thing is with the red, green, yellow, orange peppers, they're obviously the same plant, but they actually do have different chemical composition. So the colours are made up from different phytonutrients that are in them. So the reason they have a slightly different flavour is because they actually do have a different chemical composition. It's also why each colour counts as a different rainbow point, if you will. So they all count as a slightly different effect on your gut microbiome. So if you imagine that your gut microbes, some of them will love the phytonutrients in a red pepper, some of them will prefer yellow, some of them prefer green.
That's
so
amazing.
when it reaches your gut, the gut microbes that love each colour will be like, yeah, look at mine are definitely predominantly red pepper.
Predominantly
because it's my favourite, but it's good to have variety.
We're just putting them all in here for now, just to dress them, and then we'll split them up between 2 trays.
Okay, great.
So we've got these lovely onions.
Gorgeous, look at that.
We're going to leave them, I think, quite chunky so that they roast up quite nicely. So we're just going to, I mean, look at those, stunning. Beautiful. It's not a real science, this kind of thing. It's just bringing amazing ingredients and flavours together and just letting the oven do the work for you.
Love it.
Now I've made this little mess. We've got our dressing for the veggies, and we're just going to pour that on top. I'm going to use my little whisk.
The tiny whisk. That's when you know that you're in my kitchen, right? I don't have any professional equipment.
I love a mini whisk.
Cracker.
I've got mini whisks. And you just need to get your hands in there. And as the peppers, especially as they roast, they'll release some of their juices. And then we just have some butter beans. This is a drained 400-gram tin of butter beans. So in they go. So making this again, I can't wait to eat this. I'll probably put more butter beans because I just love them so much. Yeah.
And the butter beans are offering us plenty of fibre, but of course they're offering us the most amazing plant protein profile as well.
So we've had some salt and pepper in the dressing.
Yes, we have.
But we're going to do another layer of seasoning. It's really important to season all these little touch points because it will really help your food to taste really delicious.
And
bring out all that flavour.
It's important to note as well, Kath, that we know too much sodium in the diet is bad for us. It's a risk factor for increased blood pressure. So when we're cooking at home, seasoning food is important for flavour. And if you're seasoning vegetables actually contain potassium, which is the mineral that counteracts the effect of sodium. And in studies, what we see is that actually increasing sodium intake is counteracted if you have enough potassium.
That's amazing.
And so if you're actually using salt to season your veg, you're going to help your blood pressure because you'll be eating more veg. That's the real goal here. And it's why we see that salty veg like sauerkraut and kimchi actually help lower blood pressure despite the high salt content.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's good. So make sure that you don't go overboard, right? But seasoning your veg, if it means you're going to eat more of them, crack on.
It does make a huge difference, those little levels of seasoning. Often when people feel that something doesn't taste great, it is because you haven't used enough salt and pepper. Yeah. Salt especially. Okay, so I've got messy hands, but this is all done, ready to go. It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
So that's our starting point. We've got a few more little bits that we're going to add to this recipe, but that's where we're going to begin. Right, so we're putting this in the oven at how much? This is going in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 35 minutes. Keep an eye on it. As your cauliflower starts to char and burn and your peppers start to soften, you know you're pretty much close to being ready.
I'm going to put it in. I'm going to do the honours. We now know that fermentable fibres are crucial. Viscosity plays a really major role in our gut. And it has so many functions that are so essential for our health. Let's start from the day-to-day. If you want to improve your natural appetite signaling, your body's ability to keep you satiated for hours after your meal, fibre plays an essential role. It helps to slow down gut transit time. It reduces the absorption of sugars and fat so that they gradually are absorbed throughout the intestinal tract compared to the amount of sugar that you'll absorb from drinking something that has no fibre, for example, like soda. So fibre plays this really important role in satiety. And day to day, it can help you to feel more energized and to not feel hungry all the time. Also, it's important to remember fiber comes from plants. Plant foods all contain fiber, and they contain a variety of fibers. There's very few foods, if any, that have just one type of fiber. So when you're eating a variety of plants, from beans, legumes, whole grains, fresh vegetables, fruits, you're actually getting a wide variety of fibers, each of which has a different role to play. And so when you receive these little fibre packages, they are filled with nutrients that are good for you. So what does it mean if you have a high fibre diet for your long-term health? We see a reduced risk of cancers, especially colorectal and gastric stomach cancer. We see a reduction in the risk of heart disease, from heart attacks to vascular dementia. We see a reduced risk of developing conditions like type 2 diabetes and obesity. I cannot stress enough that if there is one super nutrient, it is fibre, and it's the one that we are most deficient in. 96% of us don't reach the minimum dietary recommendation of 30 grams per day. And I want to be clear that that recommendation of 30 grams per day is the minimum threshold to see benefits. Some randomized controlled trials and dose response studies have shown improvements at 50 grams per day and even up to 90 grams per day. Start slowly, increase by 5 grams per day, and give your gut microbiome the time to adjust, because otherwise you run the risk of constipation and bloating. Find out where you are right now. You can use an app like the Zoe app to figure out roughly how many plants and fiber you're getting each day and each week, or you can just start logging and try to get an idea. If you want to find out more, I've written about this in my Substack, and I write about it and talk about it a lot in the media. Think fiber first, and I hope you enjoyed this series where we cover how to make delicious fiber-rich meals following the Mediterranean dietary principles. Okay, so it's out of the oven. It smells...
It's lovely,
so good. It's nearly lunchtime. Yeah. I'm so excited.
The colours are beautiful. This also, if you think of it almost as a separate recipe, this on its own is gorgeous. Just in your fridge to snack on, to kind of nibble on.
Add to dishes.
As a side dish to some steamed fish.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
gorgeous.
So this even on its own is great, but we're going to kind of ramp it up a little bit.
Let's go.
We're going to make this dressing, which I really want to show you because it's just so delicious. It's very easy to make. And again, it's not just for this recipe. You can have it in your fridge and drizzle it on lots of different kind of salads.
Amazing, so it's multi-use.
Meat, fish, all kinds of things. So we're going to start with, it's a miso tahini based. So you've got those two lovely umami kind of flavors coming together.
And so you have a fermented food, which is brilliant. Yep. Tahini, which is a wonderful food, lots of healthy fats, lots of other fibers and polyphenols. And then you've got natural yogurt, which is one of the best foods for good health and for gut health.
Tahini first. Okay. So we'll have 2 tablespoons each of tahini and yogurt.
Nice.
This one that we have here is lovely and liquid, as you can see.
Yeah.
They don't all come like that.
Okay.
If they don't, all you have to do is put the tahini into a bowl and whisk it vigorously with some cold water until it reaches that consistency.
Cold water, okay, that's really good intel.
So that's a good little tip to have because they don't all look like that.
Because for a dressing, you want it to be a little bit looser.
You want it to kind of drizzle.
Yeah.
And then here we've got this beautiful white miso.
Gorgeous, look at that.
I'm going to use about a teaspoon. But you can use, it doesn't have to be white miso. It can be red or brown.
Okay,
it doesn't really matter.
Okay, I just smell that.
Yeah. It's stunning.
So good.
And then we've got a lovely lemon here. We're just going to cut it in half.
Gorgeous. Look at that.
We're going to put in the juice of half a lemon. So that's going to give you the acidity that you need.
And some lovely extra vitamin C. So earlier we spoke about how cooking these veg is actually reducing vitamin C because it's very heat sensitive. But you're putting it back in the dressing.
And it goes. So what's going to happen when you have tahini in a dressing, when it hits other liquid, as you whisk it, it starts to seize up. So I've got this cup of water, which I'll give you, and we can reuse this.
Okay, great.
And we're just going to whisk this together, and you'll see how it gets quite thick. And then all you want to do, can you see it starting to thicken there?
I mean, it looks great though.
It's delicious. I mean, that you could use that and just top it with some roasted broccoli. It would be lovely.
Dip that.
I think that will be enough. And then carry on whisking.
It's changing colour as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And then we're going to season it, of course, with salt and pepper. And we're just going to pop in a little bit of olive oil.
Always.
Yeah.
Bit of salt.
Nice bit of pepper. Yeah.
And salt. And
a little drizzle of olive oil, just to give it that lovely kind of the flavour to start with, and that silky kind of texture.
Ooh,
that's
look at
perfect.
That. Gorgeous.
And then it's just assembly.
Are you just pouring it on?
No, I'm going to show you. So we've got a few other little bits. You can. This can be your dish finished if you would like, but we've got some lovely rockets, some pomegranate seeds, and some pumpkin seeds that we're going to serve it into. Here I've got some delicious rocket, which is has the most lovely, gorgeous peppery flavour. We're going to put that in the bowl. As well.
Very fibre rich.
To start with, and just really just get your lemon and just whatever little bit of juice is left in there, squeeze that on top, okay?
Nice.
There we go. And then we're going to top our rocket with our veggies.
Oh, my mouth is literally watering.
That looks amazing.
I'd say a few more butter beans.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Nice. Yeah.
And then here we have some pumpkin seeds. I always kind of think about texture when you eat things, and it's nice to have lots of different. Oh, the way our brains work.
Well, very well
together so well. So we're going to do, but it doesn't have to be pumpkin seeds. It could be sunflower seeds. You could have some chia seeds, some nuts. It's just for the little bit of added flavour and the crunch. And then let's do our dressing next. So then here we have our dressing. And that's going to go all...
Oh, I mean, look at that.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Also, it just looks like stunning.
It looks very pretty. And then we've got some pomegranate seeds.
Yeah.
You don't have to use these, but they do. They give that lovely little sweet crunch.
And that pop of colour.
And that pop of colour.
Pomegranate seeds are so good for you. So the anthocyanins, the kind of chemicals in pomegranate seeds, are especially good for your blood vessel health. So
really?
we do pomegranates, beetroot, worth adding them in. This is a rainbow in a plate.
It's a rainbow.
We should have called it the rainbow veg.
We should have called it the rainbow veg Traybake. So we just have one small little flurry to finish. So we've got the tahini, the pomegranate seeds. They like to go with coriander. All of these flavours quite like each other. So just a little bit of coriander, just to sprinkle on top.
And the coriander, flat leaf parsley, all these herbs have, of course they have fibre, but they have so many of these powerful polyphenols in them that gives them that flavour and that aroma. I'm going to update the title of this recipe to the Modern Mediterranean Anti-Inflammatory Rainbow Veggie Traybake. Super catchy, but it captures everything.
It does. There's a lot to capture. Yeah. And as I said, there's a lot in this recipe, but it's all easy to do. It's very simple. It's worthwhile, but you don't have to do all of it.
And this is an amazing meal to have as a family meal with friends.
It's a bit of a celebration.
It's really good.
Like this in the middle of a table with all your family and friends sitting around.
Your kids can build their own plates.
Yeah.
Can we eat it now?
Yeah.
I'm Dr Federica Amati, medical scientist, registered public health nutritionist, and best-selling author. I teach nutrition to healthcare professionals, as well as advising policymakers on how to improve public health. I also work with a clinical medical team to help people achieve their health goals. Subscribe for easy ways to improve your health, simple, delicious recipes, and evidence-based information. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok for regular updates and quick health wins. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. I can't wait to see you next time.